Good morning. I've got some cats on my lap here, but basically, I've got so many film cameras, and they all have film in them, and I'm kind of tired of it. So I'm going to take a few of them out today. I'm going to see if I can go finish some rolls this morning, and then we can... Let's see, this could be such a stupid face. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so we're gonna take these out and burn through some rolls just because they've been sitting in there for who knows how long. In some cases, probably months and months, maybe over a year. So it's probably better just empty them out, and then I'm gonna kind of decide moving forward what to do with my New Jersey trip, because I want to bring one film camera and not have to worry about a bunch of other ones. Alright, so I'm out here at the Fort Vancouver National Site. Seems like this is the dog walking location. Lots of cute dogs. So I'm trying to snap some pictures of the airfield out here. Got some fall colors, but what I'm basically doing is I need to finish these rolls. 4 cameras, 2-point shoots, 2 SLRs, and basically I'm gonna decide between one of the SLRs to bring. And I think I've already decided, but what I need to do is finish these rolls. They've been sitting in here for months and months, and then I can get them all developed, take a look at what I like the best, and make a decision based on those pictures, which isn't really going to account for film stock. It's all going to be random different films that I have in there, but I just need to get them out of there, you know. I already finished the roll of my Yashica T4, and it's like I finished that one before I finished all these other rolls of film that I had in other cameras, so it doesn't seem really fair or even, and maybe the Yashica T4 deserves to come along because it's such a nice little pocketable camera as well. We'll take a look at that film. But anyway, I'm gonna pop out. We're gonna take something like 40 pictures somehow in this area, and then we'll head home. So yesterday I went out with the Yashica, and I also took this to a Halloween party on Saturday. So this now is empty. I really like this. I think it's cute, it's operational, it's easy. Viewfinder's fairly standard, but it seems to work pretty well. I like the operation, you know, I like the little lens pop out function. It's cute. It's just one focal length. It's autofocus. You don't have to worry about anything. The flash is pretty, you know, it's a nice size, and I think it works well. We'll see when the pictures come back, but that was roll number 1, technically. Then today, I used this is the Reto Ultra Wide and Slim, and you know, at first glance maybe these look pretty similar, but this is considerably smaller. And a size difference. You can definitely feel it in the hand. There are no mechanical parts, no motors, no nothing in here. This probably has at least 2 motors. This is just a disposable camera. You know, it's all it does. So I'm excited to finally get the pictures out of this. I think this was a roll of, yeah, it looks like I had one roll of 200, which no, that was in here. That was gold, right? And then I had a roll of 400, and I think that was in here. And then, so then I did the this Pentax IQZoom. Again, this is very similar. Another point and shoot. This one's even heavier than the Yashica because it's got such a long zoom lens on that. It does look, and that's off, and now it's stuck. So the return motor or return mechanism doesn't seem to work anymore. It doesn't have a lens cover anymore. It does sound like it's dying all the time, but to be fair, so does the other one that is exactly the same. Yeah, it's just not a pleasant sound. And for changing focal lengths, you have to wait that whole time. You know, that's to 145. So, I like that the viewfinder window matches with your focal length. That's pretty clever, but I can't be sure that whatever I was shooting out of here was actually in focus. But that reminds me, we do actually have to open it and get the film out. Now this was an another 400, a 36 exposure, probably ultra max, if I had to guess. And then I get to my 2 favorite cameras, the ME Super and the Super Program. Now, these cameras both have absolute massive viewfinder windows. So easy to read, so easy to see. I love the ME Super so much, and this is one, again, this was passed down to me. I mean, the person who passed it down isn't dead. They just moved on to iPhones and stuff. But this is a brilliant camera. I love the lens on here. I love the viewfinder. I love the light meter. Light meter is super easy to read and understand. Everything is just fantastic about this camera. Except I think it needs probably a proper cleaning and possibly new light seals. Yeah, I don't even see any light seals. It looks like they're all dead. So I tend to get light leaks on here, and I tend to get a little a lot of underexposed shots with this one, which is interesting because I'm actually pushing the film like one stop usually. So this had 400 in it. Yeah, I'm running it at 200. And then, yeah, but anyway, truly brilliant, really easy to use and understand. Great learner camera, aperture priority auto mode. So you just set the aperture you want, and it figures it out. And even then, it will still tell you, hey, that's too wide, buddy. Really easy to figure out. Really, really, truly love this camera. But if I want to take this on my trip, I need to get it. And if I want to use this for work, photographic work going forward, I need it to work consistently. So I need to get new light seals, need to get CLA'd. That would probably cost $200. Then the Super Program. And the reason I got this camera is so that I could send this one to get CLA'd and still have a camera. I like this camera quite a lot. It is almost exactly the same. in every way, except that it's just a little bit more advanced. The light meter is really cool, but it's a little harder to read and understand than that one. That one gives you a light where it's like, here's all the shutter speeds, and it lights up the shutter speed it's using and says this is still going to be underexposed or overexposed, and then you can control your aperture and it changes. This has two little LCD screens up here that are, there's a tiny light. Let's see if you can see this. Yeah, see that little light on the top? You press this button, which is not a very convenient button, and it lights up and it tells you either -3, -2, -1, 0, +1, +2, +3. You want to get it close to 0. It tells you the shutter speed you're using. There's a little LCD screen right here on top as well. This side, you can do it, we can do it. And that tells you your current shutter speed. So I really like this. And mostly, you know, you can kind of figure it out if you know what you're doing. Obviously, that's always the goal. If you just have an idea of what you're of how to shoot with a manual camera, you know, just F8 and be there. That's the general rule. Or, you know, sunny 16, cloudy 11. You're gonna get there. I like this focal length of lens. The only thing is I just don't really love the light meter. It's not like a huge deal breaker for me. I think I could live with it. And I did put this awesome MF Doom sticker on the back of it, which I really think adds to my love of this camera. So this might be the one to go to New Jersey with me. This might be the one to practice my actual film photographic work moving forward. But that means having consistency and having discipline, and I think it means eventually getting this one cleaned as well and repaired so that it works better. But that's about it. Oh, one thing I did want to mention. So with the Super program, I was shooting this roll of Fuji 200, and when I was rewinding it, there's a certain point where I could feel it detach from the spool, that's pretty normal for film cameras. Oh my god, the winding. I don't have the fingers for these fiddly little things. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I have to use like a pocket knife or something to... Oh. So, Super Program and the Pentax, the ME Super, they both have these little needles, so you can just slide the film leader in anywhere. But when I was pulling back the film, I could feel it detach from that, and then it was stuck on something, and I thought I had rewound it all the way. But then when I pulled the door open, the door release here, I could feel the film detach, and it like quickly like rewound, like I pulled it super tight. And when I opened it, I probably lost a couple shots at the beginning of this roll because it was, the leader was stuck up under this back plate. And then when I pulled it out, it just curled back up. So because it curls around, it goes under and around on this side, and then I guess I pulled it out and then it got stuck under the door, or under the back plate somehow. So a little concerning. Maybe it's just because it was in there so long or something like that. So maybe it's a one-off, but I definitely lost at least 1 or 2 shots because of that. So we will have to see what comes of that. Okay, I'm back in the car after my shooting experience. Yeah, it was pretty good. A little less than an hour of shooting. and I finished 4 rolls, which is the goal. Had some couple snafus. Kind of got some experience hands-on with all the cameras just so I can have it fresh in my mind. That's probably the most I've shot the Super Program ever. So, I mean, I think it's only had 1 roll through it, is what I mean to say. So, we're gonna head back home and kind of break that down a little bit. I got to get a move on. But anyway, guys, that's about that. Just a quick one where I just wanted to finish up those rolls. But see you later.